Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on this channel with me.
I
Uh,
am for having me.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you.
so much. Hi, everyone. Welcome again to my channel. Today we have Ebun with us. Ebun is my work colleague, and she's gone through the IBMS process. And I said, what better way to hear it than from the mouth of someone who has actually gone through the process? So today I'll be asking a question about the IBMS assessment process, and I hope you can learn one or two things from it today. So we're going to be going over to you, Ebun. Hi, Ebun.
I
So do you want to tell us just your educational background and just like what you did in your undergrad as your
Yeah.
BSc?
I studied biochemistry for my bachelor's degree and biomedical science master's degree.
Thank you so much. So
Thank you.
you studied biochemistry in Nigeria, right? So when you were coming to the UK, at what point did you know that you were going to need IBMS accreditation, especially since you already decided to go like biomedical science route?
Honestly, I'd known even before I applied for the course because my sister told me, my sister knows everything. So yeah. So anyway, she just knew and she told me I had to do it. So even before I left Nigeria, I'd been trying to like obviously just put things in place to be able to number one, I wanted to like, do it early. I didn't want to just come here, sit around, and then wait to be done with my masters and then just start the process. So I'd started trying to put things in place even before I left Nigeria, really. So I tried trying to get my module descriptor, number one, and you'd need your transcripts for your application anyway. So I had that at the point. But most importantly, my module descriptor, because I don't know the way it is for like, every uni in Nigeria, but for my uni, it was quite the process trying to get it. And the people I've talked to as well. So I think the most important bit is trying starting early. And then you can have, even if it takes forever to get it, you can have a little bit of time to try and get it and then start the process in general.
So one question for your module descriptor, did they ask for a student copy or an official copy? It was
Honestly, well, I don't know if, to be fair, I got it from my HOD, so I don't know if that counts as an official copy.
so your school did not have to send it to IBMS directly.
Or you have to have it yourself. But the only thing that they want is that he has the logo, your school logo, and then the logo he has to be stamped as well, and I think it has to be signed. So I think those are the only things that they want, but you have to have it and then upload it yourself as when you need to upload it, really.
Okay, so that's also a similar requirement for HCPC registration, but there are some
Oh,
people that will actually request that your school actually sends documents directly to them. That was why I wanted to
oh,
clarify that.
oh, you have it and then you upload it when it's time.
So now, how long did it take from the process? Now we know that you got the documents.
Yeah,
So you had your transcripts, your
yeah.
module descriptor. What other things did you submit? And then how long did it take for the process of the review from when you actually started the IBMS application to when they go back to you?
So I have the dates written down, so I'm just going to
Yeah.
look about it. But anyway, so obviously I had everything before I came to the UK. And then, so if you go on IBMS website, obviously you can see, but then you can also like, link it in the description box if you're able to. But then you have the part A and the part B. So basically, those are what the documents you would send to IBMS. You send it as an email, but then it's like part A, part B, and then
Okay.
you just send it. So what you have in part A, obviously, they're like proper documents. There are some sections that you fill, and then you add your stuff onto it. So for the part A, you have like applicant's personal details, so like your name, date of birth, your address, contact detail, and stuff like that. And then you have your qualification details. And for mine, it was just BSc biochemistry because that was the only thing I had at the time. And then you choose a payment method, card, poster, whatever. It's on the document. And then there's document checklist, which is now your own documents that you add onto the Part A document, if you get what I mean. So it was a picture of my degree certificate. He had my transcript. He had my birth certificate or the photo details of your passport, and then your ENIC statement of comparability. That's the part where you put it in the Part A of the document. Anyway, so that's everything that you have in Part A. And then for part B, you put your module descriptor. And like I said earlier, it has to be authenticated with your university name, the logo, and a stamp from the university. And then you would put research projects, like your undergraduate research project. But then it must include the abstract of the project, the content page, your method, and your results.
So that's chapter 4 and 5.
No, from you put your abstract first of all,
Okay.
and then the content page. Oh, methods. Got it. Sorry. What you mean?
You know
Yeah,
how
you
Nigeria
don't
reading
need a
chapter 1?
literature review side and all of that,
Yeah.
according to them. So that's basically part A and part B. And then, so the email address is there. I can't remember it now, but the email address, you can find it anywhere on the internet. And then it was just kindly find attached my part A and part B for my degree assessment, something like that. Oh, please let me add for the part B. Obviously, you see it when you're reading this document, but for the part B, your personal details must be redacted, so it must be covered. For the part A, obviously, your name is there, your passport photo, your name or your transcript, everything, your personal details are obvious for the part A bit. But for the part B, your name out of it, your contact detail out of it, just personal details out of the part B. Anyway, I sent the email on the 28th of November, and then obviously you'd get like a follow-up message that says, oh, we'll get back to you between, I think, 8 to 12 weeks. But then I got the response. Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed the date up. I sent the email on the 23rd of October and then got the response on the 28th of November.
Okay.
So I think that's about October, November, that's about 4 weeks, a little over 4 weeks, really. So it did not take long, but I assume that they sent the first follow message that it would be 8 to 12 weeks because you don't know, like in our time, and they have like a lot of people to respond to and stuff like that. So I'd assume that's the reason why. But ultimately, it took about just a little over 4 weeks, really,
Okay.
the response from them.
Okay. You the UKNIC. So you did a UKNIC evaluation before
Yeah,
you started the process.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So what that is you're trying to say, oh, this degree that I have is equivalent to level 6. Is
ah.
that clear? Yeah, you can level 6 is their bachelor's degree, really. So you're saying, oh, this degree that I have from Nigeria is equivalent to, you know,
I'm coming to say.
yeah, in the UK, really. So yeah, have it before you start the process.
Okay, great. Next question. How at the end of when you got like they sent you after like
Yeah,
your application and then
yeah.
said you needed additional modules, right?
Mhm.
How many modules did they identify that you needed to top up?
For
Or
interestingly, there's a module for biochemistry in there, which is quite funny. My old degree for
is
four
about
years
to
was a biochemistry degree, but yeah, I had to do a biochemistry one. I can't remember all the modules now, but I did transplantation service. Is it service? Transplantation anyway. Histopathology, pathology. Oh, I have to do four really. I can't remember the one I did,
concept.
but yeah, I have to do four. I think it depends on again the content of your module descriptor because the essence of the module descriptor is to know what you've done for your degree and then how does it fare to an accredited BMS degree. So they are trying to compare, oh, for an accredited BMS degree, this is what is required of you, but then this is what you have done. So we are comparing what you have done to what you need to do. And then they are trying to say, oh, so what is left for you to do so that you're now like equivalent and accredited
Okay, man.
BMS degree. Yeah. But I've met like some of my friends, someone did 6.
Yeah,
I
because
know someone that had to do 10. I would rather go back to uni.
and that's a lot, but you've come this far, you might just as well ask.
I'd rather go back to uni or
So,
just change career
so
in,
you
in,
mean
in
10 and
general.
like the person did the same course as you?
No. I can't remember what they did, but I can't remember what they did. But the 6 one, the person did studied.
You think me my
Yeah,
course to do less courses, right?
yeah. Personally, yeah. I have a friend. Again, like I said, it depends on the uni and then it depends on the content of
Yo.
your
So that
description.
is
Because
that's really important.
yeah, they don't know what you've done. You're the one telling them, oh, this is what I've done. Do you get what I mean? So I think because I know someone else did microbiology. I think you have to do 4 as well.
Hmm.
So again, it depends on the school and I mean what you present to them, I think that is it.
That's so good. Thank you so much for that. You already did that. Like when you did the
Yeah.
IBMS process, it was before
Yeah.
you applied for a master's.
No. I was already in the UK. I'd already started my master's degree. So I was like doing on the side.
Okay, you had your master's degree before. Did
Yeah,
you
I
know whether?
submitted, sorry.
Yeah, continue.
No, I was going to say I submitted the stuff. No, the Part A
application?
and Part B. Yeah, thank you very much. The application to IBMS about like a month after I started my really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, we say like, how do you sure about your university? Like, did you know if your university offered like accredited? Did you know if your university could do those modules before? Was that
To,
something you considered before you like applied?
for my masters,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah,
no. That like where obviously I was applying for my masters as a single entity.
yeah.
And I got into the UK, started my master's, and then I started applying. I started the application for the
Yes.
assessment. It wasn't a factor it in at any point, but obviously my uni was one of the unis. When on IBMS website, you'd see a list of unis that like
Accredited.
are accredited and they can offer the top up modules, and then there would be like a committee as well. And my uni was there, but at the time I emailed them, but at the time they were like, "Oh, we are not offering some of these modules that IBMS has said, oh, you have to do it." Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
So no, I didn't like do it at my unit. I
Okay.
did it at a different unit.
Oh, okay. That's I didn't know. Like we have people like the uni where I did my MSc
Yeah,
Biomedical Science. It
yeah.
was not IBMS accredited, but it did not
Oh,
matter to me because I already had
because
a
you were already.
bachelor
Oh
of
no,
biomedical.
interestingly, no. In that unit, to be fair, there are bachelor's degrees accredited and the master's degrees accredited as well, which was nice, and they could do like the tops. If at that time they were like offering modules I had to do, it would have been easier to like but they were not, and I wanted to wait, like get it done, get
Yeah.
it out of the way. Yeah, so
What was the tuition for this module? Now you mentioned that you had to do the module in
yeah,
the
yeah,
university you
yeah,
actually did. So how was the tuition? What was the tuition like? Like just course or just to give a range?
yeah. Again, I have the list of unis. So I emailed about like 7, 6 unis, and my main concern was obviously the cost, and secondly was the mode of study as well. So some uni you have to like go into physically and then attend lectures and all of that. And then there are other unis that does distant learning and they have like these direct modules you can take to get. So those are like one of the two. Actually, those are the two major for me in terms of like you need to choose and stuff like that. And for the cost, so interestingly, I had to do 4 modules here.
Mm.
I messaged loads of schools. Some unis it would cost me like 10 grand, 10K, £10,000. And then but the uni where I did mine, I didn't have to like pay to 1/3 of that. Yeah, I think it was up to 1/3 of that. So again, you have to like do your search and you have to like look for I don't know factors that work in your favor really. But so it was each modules. Obviously, this particular uni where I did mine at London Met, by the way, London Metropolitan University. It was a learning course and it was self-directed. Yeah. So, but anyway, on their website, you have like the modules that they do, and then the point is it called points? The units,
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
20 units, blah blah blah. So courses were charged per unit. So it was like 10 this price to get. So I think I had 120 units and 3 10 units. I think so. Like I had to do.
Yeah.
Then when I compared it to like their they offer, I think it was 3 units, 120. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was under that range. But interestingly, I think things has like increased as well. Even before I finished, they had increased the money. So obviously, I feel like the exactly. So everything keeps going up. So yeah, I don't know how much it is right now, but I think basically it's just you have to spare for that and just do your research, cost and the mode of study wise or any other wise that matters to
Yeah.
you. Really. Yeah. So
So did you at any point in time go physically to the uni
no,
during the course?
no, didn't have to. Everything was online. So anyway, when you pay, they give you access to the courses. So they were like already coded courses, if you get what I mean. So I think maybe like from that we're in uni, like yeah, they recorded the lecture
Yeah.
basically. So that's what we have. So I think there are about a few videos for each modules. Then you watch the videos, you do your assessment, really pass, you move to the next one. And for London Met, you could only like do 2 modules at a time,
Okay.
like 2 modules at a time. So I had to do two first. At the pass day, you have to pass, and then went back to them. Oh, I'd like to apply for these two other modules, and then I did that as well, passed it, and yeah, that was it.
So like how was the process? Like I mean like it take for you to complete the 4 courses. And then what was the most challenging thing about the process?
The most challenging thing was it was boring. I mean, I chose that of mode study,
Yeah.
but imagine you're just sitting there, you're watching 2 hours videos, and someone's just
Not interactive, right?
yeah, do you get what I mean? Yeah, it was all you were just there watching. That was one of it. And also because I was in uni doing my master's and then I was working as well part-time as a student at the time. And then I had to do this. So it was quite challenging. I have pictures on my phone from when I was like almost tired, like this life. To remember I mean look back and it's like
It
yeah.
was worth it.
But anyway, it was just doing the routine things at the same time. It was quite challenging. But it again because I wanted to finish everything as fast as I could. So I was like moving at the speed of light. So I think they have two sessions, 2 terms in a session. So I think they have September to January, and then they have January to June. So ideally, obviously, I got my feedback from
Famous.
November. So I had missed the first time. So I had to like come in. Then I started applying in January, I think January or February. Anyway, February 1, I started like access to the modules at that time. So I did the first one, I think February, March, April. I submitted and then applied for the second one. And then I did, I think, April, May, June. Yeah, then I think the final submission was like June 30th or something. So for some people, they could have done like 2 modules, February till July. Do you understand? But because I wanted to like do everything that time frame before the session ends, I had to like do 2 quickly, finish that, and then apply for the other 2, and then do it very quickly as well, so I could like finish before this finishes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that. Now, you mentioned something,
Mhm.
you were a job doing a master.
Yeah,
How were
yeah.
you able to balance everything, like not not prioritizing one
Not
over
dying.
the other, basically? Not that. Surviving, basically. And say you have your master's. Master's
Yeah,
is a lot for some people. Like
it
the
is. It
master's
is
is
a
a lot.
lot. It is
Then
a lot.
this is something you're going to be assessing. How were you
Yeah.
able to balance everything?
Honestly, I wouldn't was able to balance it. I think I was just winging it, if that makes sense. Because obviously, masters, you go to uni, you have these loads of assessments that you have to do, and then
Yes.
you've spent so much money. You have to pass, and you like pass well. It was that. Then I had to go to work as well. But thankfully, I was working twice a week. Like I had like longer, whatever. I was working twice a week. So what I do most of the time, for me anyway. So when I have assessments, I make sure I do it like a day I go to work. So I could. There was one time I slept like 6 a.m. and then to wake up half 7. No, not even half 7. I think it was 7 to start like getting ready to work because I had to leave the house by like 7:25. But I knew that I had to go to work anyway. Do you get what I mean? And I have to do this thing. So I have to like do it, have like a quick hour nap, if you would call it that, and then wake up 7, start getting ready as well. So I would say proper time management for people that can do that. I don't think I did that really well. So I think for some people it could be easier if you can like the time better than I was able to manage mine. Do you get what I mean? At I don't know, sometimes I was able to, just try and do this, go to work. Oh, I know I'm going to work, then I'll do this and then do that. But other times I was like, just winging really. So I think it's really different things work for different people. People like I said, I was all night. Some people know they can't do that. They have to like do what they have to do the whole day. Do you get what I mean? But then I was at work the whole day. It was to be honest. If I almost failed the course, I won't talk about that. But thankfully,
Yeah.
like in uni, masters,
Masters. Oh,
yeah, because all of this. But
everything.
thankfully I don't fail.
So
But
well done. That must
yeah, but it was a lot. But in the end, I think just knowing how much I've spent. Do you
hmm.
know what I mean? I think that was like a major motivator, no?
Yeah.
Because you just, your parents, your uncles, blah, 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 so hard to get this money and then pay your fee, or do you understand?
Yeah.
So you have like also put that in the back of your mind, like, oh no, I feel that I cannot just pass. I have to pass well as
Yeah.
well. Do you get what I mean? So I think that's why it was just constantly ringing in my ears, like, oh, you have to do it well.
Okay. So just do you think if you had the option, because there are people who will ask me this kind of thing, oh,
Yeah,
would you have done it the way you did it, like while you were
yeah,
your master's,
yeah.
or would you rather have been done with your master's, start a job, then try to start doing the process?
No, I would do it the same way I did it.
Same way, right?
Because honestly, I feel like when you're doing your masters, obviously people do it different ways.
Yeah,
A couple of my friends, again, they finished masters and they faced it squarely. Some of them, obviously, some people did not know, you have to
yeah,
the process and all of that. So they started late, but even though like they'd done it and they have the outcome letter and they know the modules that they're supposed to do, they still decided, you know what, I'll finish my masters and then I'll come back to this. Because interestingly, you have 5 years between the time you get your outcome letter and the time you need to apply for HCPC accreditation. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
So within 5 years, you can do the course and then try and get a place to do your training portfolio and then yeah, basically you have that 5 years grace. So you have to like
Do it
you can like
immediately.
yeah do your own time and yeah, you have your time in the world to yourself really if you want to.
Oh, so I think it's just important to know what works for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Time is a
definitely,
constraint
definitely.
to
Yeah,
everyone. So
hmm,
you feel like,
yeah,
oh, you
yeah,
can't wing it.
yeah, yeah. But you also like again, like you said, these work for different people because you don't want to say, "Oh, I'll do it now as well," and then you don't go ahead and fail. You don't want to. Do you understand? You don't want to
Yeah.
fail as well because you can finish your uni, like then there's less pressure, and then you can do it in that time when you know, oh yeah, like I have time in the world now. I can do it. I can, you know what I mean. So really,
Because
yeah,
if you fail like, to fail the national course, that means you're gonna have to pay again, right? To
yeah, yeah.
retake
You
it.
pay, you pay again, pay
The
again.
money really has to motivate you.
I said 100%. Like I'm waiting for the result. Like this, oh God, please. But thankfully, yeah, everything worked in that end as well. So yeah,
That's so beautiful. So once the person, if you could just so you've passed your exam, like the
yeah,
you have to do,
yeah, yeah.
so just send your results back to the IBMS, right?
Not at this point. Obviously, when you finish, the uni gives you like a letter of completion. So
Yeah,
interestingly, yeah, everything I did was 40 units, right?
yeah,
I don't know if I got the calculation right earlier, but it was 40 because I remember 100%. But then if you do 60 units, I
yeah,
think if it's 40 units, then I think everything I did was 10, 10, 10.
yeah.
Four. Yeah. Anyway, if you do 40 units, then you just get like a letter of completion. But if you want, you can do like an additional unit and get a certificate,
Oh,
like a PG cert and postgraduate certificate in, I don't know, I can't remember it now. But you can get like a proper, do you get
certificate.
what I mean?
Or
Qualification
the cut
certificate.
off mark is 60. You have to do
Yeah, you need to do 60 units. But yeah, I that. So I only have like a letter of completion. But anyway, what IBMS says is when you get to the point after you've done your training portfolio and then you want to apply for, is it competence, whatever, I can't
a
remember
little
what it's called now.
yeah.
Yeah, I think at that point, that's when you would send the letter of completion to show that your degree is now equivalent and then send your training portfolio, blah, blah, blah as well. And then, yeah, basically that's the point where you need to
Send
send it
everything
to
to
IBMs. At this point, if you finished the modules and then you have your letter of completion, you don't have to do anything at that point until like you finish the process and then it goes together.
okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So much. The last question for today is what's
Yeah.
one advice or just a general advice you give somebody who is maybe considering the process, like oh they did biochemistry or microbiology and they're considering the
Yeah.
process, they want
Yeah.
to do biomedical science. Because most people are wary about it because there's no much information out there, like people sharing the
Mhm.
experience. What is
Yeah.
going to be your advice from your experience or from your journey or the people you know?
Yeah.
What do you give someone who's actually considering or who is about to start the process? What's just one advice?
Honestly, I don't know if I have any advice, but it would be, I mean, if you want to do really, just do it. Make your research, ask questions, because obviously doing that doesn't automatically again make you.
In biomedical science.
So
Yeah.
even after that, there's still a long process ahead. Obviously, like I'm done with top up modules and all of that, but then I still need a place to do my training portfolio, which I haven't even started, which is like another process. And before you even get that opportunity is another, you understand? So I'm not saying don't do it, but I think again it's just knowing why you want to do it, why you're getting into it to start with. And it can a lot. Because I think I was speaking to someone the other day and it was like, oh, like all this stress. Like, you know, because after you've done the modules you've paid, but then you have to like try and get a job so you can do your portfolio. It's like, oh, a lot of stress, to be fair. But again, I think it's understanding, oh, why do you want to do it to start with? And also, like, for the good, if you get what I mean, like
Yeah.
the reward on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will take a while for you to get in the process. I mean, people in MLS, they're like a direct know it.
Yeah.
So very happy for you guys. I wish I did. No, I don't wish I did, but
But I think science generally can be high effort and low, like it's a lot of effort,
yeah,
but you don't see,
the
unlike
reward
other career
almost
paths,
immediately.
right? You
Yeah,
don't see the
yeah,
reward. You
yeah,
see
yeah.
doctors spending 20 years plus in training, like they
I
could
know.
have school 10 years in training and they're still in
Yeah,
training. So I think
yeah, yeah.
that's the thing I don't like about health, like the process to be
It
like
can be a
really
lot.
love it.
I don't fault it because obviously you're dealing with like real people. You know what I mean? So
Yes, but I think
you also want to make sure that the people that you're putting in charge, they are well qualified and trained to be
yeah.
able to do that. Do you get what I mean?
But I
Because
also the more you do it, the more you start questioning yourself, like, is this worth it? And I think because
yeah,
of the economy, this is me
yeah,
speak for myself also. Like even in the process, right? I think because of the
mm,
economy, you always think you see your friend that data analyst, they're saying,
I
"Oh,
know.
like did that level of
I
they didn't
tried learning.
invest
Let
that
me
time
tell
as
you,
much as you are."
I
I've been
tried
just
learning product design. I did writing, but I gave up. Then I learned data analytics. Then I gave up. I wish I did not give up. So that's another advice. People don't give up. Do you get what I mean? Like if you do anything really, and if you just set your mind to it and you just go after it,
yeah,
100% put your energy in it, then at that point you may not like get the reward, you know, just like I said,
yeah,
but obviously in the end, you know that oh, there's something I'm looking at.
yeah.
You know
There's a
what I mean?
goal. So
So
I think
yeah,
it's literally well before you start the process, and once you start the
yeah,
process,
yeah, you're in it.
don't because like it's
Yeah.
the part to turn back is
Mm-hmm.
before you take that
Yeah,
first step.
I know. I know.
You're in it, just know what
Yeah,
you're going to need,
yeah,
and I think
yeah,
that will help
yeah, yeah.
the process.
Also, can I very
Yeah,
quickly? There is this misconception that obviously the we're doing this video is to try and shed more light,
yes,
but there is this misconception that once you've done like an accredited degree in biomedical science, now you're a biomedical scientist. No, 100% not. You are not. Do you get what I mean? So I think people should also know that because again, I promise you, a lot of people that I did uni with my masters, obviously, like I said, I knew before I came in here that oh, I had to do all this process, and it was quite daunting for me as well, even though I knew. But imagine someone that has just I don't know applied for biomedical science. Now you are here. Now someone is telling you that you have to like do this
an
process, and
entire
then you're
process.
like, if
I
I
didn't
had
know
known,
that. I
I
would not have
probably would
gotten
have done
that.
something else. Do you get what I mean? So it's like it doesn't you don't need the biomedical scientist, but also it's good that we are doing this video now so that people know beforehand that
Mm.
oh, this is what you're getting into. So is this something you want to do, or is it something you're like, oh, I'd rather probably go for MSc biochemistry instead or MSc public health. Maybe there are more opportunities for me there, and then I don't have to like go through the long process of getting registered and getting accredited and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, count the cost before you start building.
100%,
Count
hundred
the cost
percent.
before you start building. I think a lot of be more vocal because a lot of people have made the mistake and come here, and it's just as Nigerians, as immigrants, if you're coming from any
Yeah,
other place,
yeah.
I believe we're spending a lot of money, like
It's a lot.
a
It's
lot of
a, I
money,
can like that.
like you're spending heavy. Like anybody I see around, I'm like this.
You're
Like I
rich.
see some people, I'm like you're rich in your country,
You're
so you
rich,
spend
rich.
you
Yeah,
sacrifice a lot to come here, right? So
yeah,
you might as
yeah,
well
yeah.
make sure you are coming here right? You don't come here and then
Mm,
it feels like the mat under you was just dragged off.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so so much for your time
Thank you
for
very
to actually share this. Like I really appreciate it because
much.
it's different, saying the
Yeah,
knowledge I know,
yeah,
right? But coming from somebody who has been through the process, I've not
yeah,
been through the
yeah,
process. I have no,
yeah,
so there's only so much I can advise. I learned a
yeah,
lot while even speaking to
yeah,
you. As much
yeah,
as I knew the
yeah.
theory, right? I learned a lot
Mm,
while
yeah,
speaking to
yeah.
you, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah.
much.
No, thank you for having me, really, because I've had to speak to a lot of people about this process.
I
Now
can
I don't have to
just tell
speak.
them the link.
Now I can tell
Just,
them.
just say, this is the link. Go and
I'm
watch
watching.
it. I
I
love
don't have to,
that.
yeah, talking to individual. You can just go and watch
Yeah,
that
you
video.
just when they just ask you, just say this is the link, save the
Yeah.
link and watch it.
Now, if
I'll
you have any
explain
question,
everything.
you got to me then, but
Yeah.
watch
It
these
does you
videos.
a whole lot of
Yeah,
explanation. And I
yeah,
think it also
yeah,
saves me too because it also I saw one person commented, "Oh, it's easy
yeah.
for me to say because I've not been through it." And I'm like, "Yes,
Oh wow,
like
that's not
I've not
nice
been
though.
through it. I'm not from like in all my videos, right?
Mm,
And it was hard for me to see somebody who has actually been
yeah,
through the
yeah,
process. I
yeah,
kept on
yeah,
asking people. A lot of people knew about the process, had not started. We have been
yeah.
considering and all. Thank you so much. This
Can
made
I? I'm sorry. Can I also add one more thing?
yes.
Please, I want people to do their research as well.
Mhm.
Obviously, like you said, everything that I've said here today is based on my experience. But I did this 2 years ago. Now, I don't know if something has changed between then and now. Do you get what I mean? So again, as much as you're using, obviously use this video, you have understanding of what you're trying to do and the basics, but then do your own research so that you can, do you understand, have like information as well when
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you want. Because I feel like this video 100% would still be useful in like 10 years time.
Yeah.
But at that point, a couple of
A
things
lot of
might
people
have
have
changed. Yeah, so you can watch this video, understand the basics, and then go out there, do your research. IBMS dot, I don't know their website, but I promise you
just
everything
search
you
it.
want is on that website. So do your research, please.
Mm. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure having you. We'll still
Yeah.
bring you on the channel once more. Maybe for some, we'll come and talk about working.
Hopefully, maybe, yeah, maybe when I get to do my training portfolio, maybe
We'll come back and get that was the feeling like. Yeah,
yeah,
that would be
maybe we
so,
can, because
be
I've
so.
been through a lot in the meantime. So I'll come back and talk about that part
Oh,
when it finally happens.
that would be so nice. I
Yeah,
would love if I would just go and put in my calendar, just be
yeah.
start.
Has she done it?
Thank you so much.
No, no,
It's
no
such
problem.
a pleasure having you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much and have
Bye.
a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you very much. You too.
Bye.
Bye.